Tonight, Dennis Rodman arrives in North Korea. Is this the beginning of the end of the American empire?
Plus, teenage smoking rates rise like the smoke from a smooth, mellow menthol cigarette.
And CNN leaves the news business to build a horoscope email newsletter startup.
These stories and my unmedicated bipolar disorder right now on the Funyon.
Welcome to the Funyon, the Fox News of Tiger TV. I'm Logan Anderson.
And I'm MJ Hernandez, filling in for Michael Edmondson, who couldn't be here because he's scalping tickets on Craigslist for the fall football season.
Local LSU students who pitched their comedic news show to Tiger TV were shocked today as Tiger TV actually bought their stupid idea. The Funyon, whose name is a blatant ripoff of the popular fried onion flavored snack and satirical news empire The Onion, is expected to suffer in the virtually non-existent Tiger TV ratings. However, polls indicate that students on campus were much more willing to spend their tuition money on a ridiculous news show they wouldn't watch than on something like an inconvenient bookstore or a useless parking garage.
LSU and Baton Rouge officials announced a plan this week to fill in the revered LSU lakes with cash from rising tuition costs. Officials said that while the ambitious project would take decades to complete and cost a considerable amount of money, it was important for the students to visually understand how much money they've wasted in their pointless education. When the suggestion of using the money for useful things, such as more classes or advisors, was brought up to the committee, one official maniacally laughed to the point of tears, which he then wiped with a $20 bill.
Local LSU student Guthro Babineau realized that it's the second week of school and he still hasn't purchased that book that he'll need for the upcoming exam on Friday. Babineau said that he would, quote, just wing it. He went on to say, look, I'm not worried. I'm sure my little bro at Alpha Beta Scumbag will have the notes for me. Babineau could not finish his comment because he was then lifted up by his frat brothers and encouraged by a crowd of chanting peers to do a keg stand.
When we come back, we'll review BuzzFeed's top 17 signs you were raised by a Puerto Rican mother.
Plus, why was Christy Alley in a cage full of lemurs? More after the break.
Welcome back to the Funyon, the only show that had the guts to report on the student government banana scandal.
I'm still rattled by that one, and I hear that one girl never recovered. Speaking of lives in ruin, Joe Biden threatened to jump off the Jefferson Memorial this week upon receiving the news that Warner Brothers selected Ben Affleck to play Batman. Sexy female White House interns familiar with the matter say that Biden's handlers attempted to calm him down by enticing him with cookie dough ice cream and a Blu-ray copy of Jurassic Park 3D. The Obama administration is considering to bargain the option to stay up late as a last resort.
President Obama today announced a plan to build a $2 trillion airliner exclusively for the president's two dogs, Bo and Sunny. The plane is designed to have 15 bedrooms adorned with solid gold walls and over 100 stuffed baby seals, perfect for humping. When questioned about the ethicality about adding $2 trillion extra to the nation's mounting debt, the president, who was bathing in shattered American dreams, reportedly laughed. White House rapper Lil Wayne was seen jumping into the secret Oval Office hot tub and yelled, "We president now."
NASA, in some desperate attempt to remain relevant with teens and young adults, will live stream the meteor showers on the web and answer questions from Twitter. While a couple of shut-ins watched the most recent meteor showers in order to become struck in the pure awe and incomprehensibly vast, mysterious wonder of our universe, the majority of the nation's youth decided to stay in and send nudes via Snapchat.
In foodie news, California prisons now force-feed their inmates. The ordinance passed after some sick judge with a fetish for cruel punishment and a vendetta for injustice said it was okay to shove mystery slop down prisoners' throats when they refused to eat meals at a protest. However, prison polls indicate that 72% of prisoners would rather a feeding tube be shoved down their throats instead of what's usually shoved there.
The Funyon visited Foxconn and unraveled the mystery behind the new iPhone 5S. The S in the 5S is said to stand for the extra slavery that went into producing this model. It is also thinner than the ice that Edward Snowden is standing on. The iPhone 5S will include a fingerprint scanner that provides an extra layer of security from your girlfriend's prying eyes and protects your disgusting browser history.
In other news, I think something bad is going on in Syria.
When we come back, we'll discuss the ramifications of socioeconomic discrimination in the Congo. Just kidding, it's Miley Cyrus's butt. If you're looking for some one-on-one time with your favorite Funyon anchors, call our new chat line at 1-555-FUN-4YUN. I just love to talk about dirty Israeli-Palestinian relations all night long. In other news, Lady Gaga fans were disappointed in the release of her new single, Applause, as the self-absorbed pop star failed to top the charts. Gaga's Little Monsters took to the web to promote and boost sales, with some fans even offering up to give up vital organs in exchange for purchase of the single from the iTunes store. Gaga took to Twitter to promote the gnashing and grinding of teeth for the stupidity of her delusional fans. Applause currently sits at number 5 on the iTunes chart, behind that Katy Perry song that no one really cares about.
Tensions rise in the Illuminati this week as Rihanna reportedly took to Twitter and slammed Miley Cyrus for stealing her song, We Can't Stop. In fear of her going rogue, the Illuminati dispatched her handler, Chris Brown, to intervene. Rihanna's doctors predict that she will not be able to form words for the remaining quarter of 2013, but says if she could, she would say to be on the lookout for Chris Brown's new single, Fist to Face.
Tragedy in Middle America today as beloved comedian Larry the Cable Guy was rushed to a Georgian Taco Bell and Pizza Hut medical center. Doctors administered 600 cc's of liquidized Doritos Locos tacos and performed a controversial triple cheesy bread bypass to the Tooth Fairy 2-star, who reportedly lost 2 pints of pizza sauce during the surgery. Sources say the cause is an overdose of anastic Prilosec OTC. When asked about the overdose, their spokesperson, the CEO of Procter & Gamble, had this to say.
Of course he's going to have to guzzle down a whole box of America's best-selling over-the-counter heartburn treatment, now available in new chicken and waffle flavor at Walgreens.
The Cable Guy is expected to make a full recovery and will reprise his role as Mater in the upcoming Disney film Cars 3: Tokyo Drift.
Jobs, the biopic of the late Apple co-founder Steve Jobs, debuted last week to mostly negative reviews. Starring Ashton Kutcher and that fat guy from that one movie you've maybe seen, the film was criticized for its shallow depiction of America's most shallow businessman. Kutcher defended his acting chops as Steve Jobs by stating that he's used a computer every day for 6 months and even set up a printer on acid. And now, Logan will recap one of this week's hottest theatrical releases, Kick-Ass 2. Warning, spoilers ahead.
Thanks, MJ. Let me break it down for you. The moral of Kick-Ass 2 is that if you want to be a superhero, you gotta have some daddy issues. No, seriously. Everyone's dad dies by mob hands because the main characters wanted to play dress-up. Oh yeah, just disobey your dad's dying last words and get more innocent people killed. Some heroes you guys are. Though we did like the violence. I especially like when that little girl cut off that dude's hand like she was some Egyptian dictator. That was awesome. We give this movie 3 out of 5 dads in memory of the 3 dads that died in this movie. What do you think? Tweet us at Funyon Gang.